back, it's kind of funny to see how far you've come, especially considering, well, what you've done and what you've been through. For 100 videos, I have been sitting right here, well, not really sitting, standing right here in front of you, telling you my honest opinion about guns. And, well, it's been kind of nice. For 100 reviews, I have told you guys my honest opinion on 100 different guns. Some of them good, some of them really bad, and a lot of them, more or less, just me spitting the honest truth, fighting the good fight, thinking of the common man before the elitist. And, well, let's face it, I'm pretty damn good at it. But this one, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a hard one because, well, not really a hard one per se, just interesting. For a long time, I have always said that if I ever do a Tokyo Marui, it's going to be for a special occasion, because Tokyo Marui, in general, doesn't really do anything bad. Hasn't really done anything bad. So, looking at this, it's kind of interesting. For those of you who couldn't read the title, or didn't even care to read the title, ladies and gentlemen, today is my 100th review. And this special occasion, I think we're going to do something special. We'll review a gun made by a company that can do no wrong, is the pinnacle of what all airsoft guns strive to be. It is, in fact, none other than a Tokyo Marui. But not just any Tokyo Marui. A Tokyo Marui from Japan. Not just any Tokyo Marui from Japan. A Tokyo Marui modeled off of a gun that actually started my airsoft career. Well, not really career, just cynical nature. And, well, I think it's fitting. You know what, guys? I'm a bit too casual for this event in my video's history. I'll be right back. That feels better. We're going to get a good long look at this, folks, because this is the only time you're ever going to see me in a suit. Depending on if it's a funeral or a wedding, of course, or a bar mitzvah. But either way. Ladies and gentlemen, Tokyo Marui. Tokyo Marui has been a staple in airsoft since its beginnings back in the 70s. And let's face it, there's a good reason why. There's a good reason why Tokyo Marui is, above everything else, the leading competitor with G and goddamn G. There's a reason why Tokyo Marui is there. There's a reason why Tokyo Marui is one of the best, if not the best, companies you can come across in airsoft. There's a reason why a Tokyo Marui Springer is better than a KWC Springer, because KWC copied Tokyo Marui except improved a little bit and made it simpler. Hell, the 1911 Springers, I'm not joking, they're really good. They're simple, they're $30, but Jesus Christ, they're actually really good. And the presentation, Tokyo Marui knows how to present a gun. Just look at this. This is the same kind of box you'd get at Tokyo Marui Gas Blowback 1911 as well. Hell, even the back is so good. It's so good. It's so good. Everything. Oh, everything about it's just so sweet. Even the back label here, if you had it lined up like this, you'd at least know what you were picking out of a box. Either way, though, I've gushed about the box long enough. Let's get this thing out of the box and actually talk about the gun itself. When actually opening it, this kind of I just want to take a moment and talk about the box here. The box is absolutely amazing. This is the kind of box I would love to see more, well, anything from Springers to gas blowbacks. Because here's the thing, this is the same kind of box you would actually get with a gas blowback Tokyo Marui, which is very nice. And once again, Tokyo Marui, you're very good, and you deserve this award. Then, of course, even going on the sides themselves, that looks good. Even though I don't read Japanese, I'm very sorry. Even here, while yes, it's a bunch of legal mumbo-jumbo, it's still good. And then, of course, on the back of the box is really, really nice. I know I may have already said this before, but this is the kind of presentation I would love for more companies to take into account. Hell, Tokyo Marui is the standard we should all go by. This is what I love. But, get into the box itself. Now, opening up the box is definitely interesting, because just opening it, it feels so good, because even though it's styrofoam, let me just go ahead and do this real quick. Yeah, let me just... You know, I know I'm doing this one-handed, but I'm sorry, my tripod's broken. Besides the gun itself, you get a lot of nice stuff. I mean, hell, this is more than any company would give you. You get this very nice plug which shows, hey, you know, this is okay to do when you're not using the gun. This is not okay because you're a dumbass. A small catalog of some new stuff Tokyo Marui has coming out, which I don't know what year this was dated, so I'm not really sure if this is still in print. I wish there was a... Oh, this is 2014. Okay, so this is pretty old, actually. And then, of course, you get some nice shooting targets. You actually get 2 of these, which is very nice and very generous to Tokyo Marui. I'm not going to use these because I'd rather print off my own targets. That, and this is the only Tokyo Marui gun I have, so I want to keep everything in, in there. And then, of course, the instructions, which are very nice. And I do love that they actually do give everything in detail. I mean, this is really nice. Tokyo Marui definitely knows what they're doing. I mean, then again, they have been around for a long time, and, you know, it's just very good. No English, just all Japanese. And then, of course, this lovely, cute little manga right here that I actually do like. It's really cute. 1, don't give a dog your gun. I don't know if that's actually a thing in Japan. Does that happen? Does your dog get your gun sometimes? Let me know. And, of course, don't use your handgun to shoot at dogs. What? I mean, I think that would actually be kind of common sense, because if the dog's going to shoot you, I think it's only fair game you shoot him back. I'm just saying. This is an obvious one. Don't shoot yourself with it, man. This is an obvious one. Don't let the baby do it. Once again, don't shoot the dog. And again, you know, if the dog's going to shoot you, I think it's just fair game, you know? Definitely don't do this. Definitely don't do this. Don't have your gun out in public. The dog, of course, don't let the dog destroy your guns. That's kind of obvious. Don't do this in public. Again, this is just a cute little manga. I would love to see Tokyo Marui actually make a manga like this, just for, like, safety's sake. It'd be really cute to have. But anyway, in the box, you actually do get a bag of .15s. Yes, these are .15 BBs. Will I use these? Hell no. I use .2s for everything. That and this is the only bag of .15s I have, so, no. But getting to the gun itself, this is a very beautiful gun, and I'm not going to throw away the styrofoam in the box. I'm keeping that all in one piece, but the pistol itself is very beautiful. Yes, it's polymer, but this is just amazing. It's so beautiful. It's just, it's that Tokyo Marui standard that we all come to know and love. Anyway, let's get back to you, Al. Yes, the grip safety is not actually working. It's more or less molded in there, but the safety itself is really good. The comfortability of it is really good. There is a metal barrel in there. Excuse me. And while, yes, the magazine release is molded in, the actual magazine itself is right there. This is a standard stick mag. Yes, you heard me say stick magazine because it's a stick. But the cool thing about it is that, in order for you to actually lock it in, you have to pull that sucker all the way down until you hear, until you hear a nice click, because there's a locking feature in this that you have to, damn, I'm not going to be able to do it, but right here is the actual locking feature for it, and right here is the actual locking feature for the magazine. But what's cool about this is that this is the same kind of magazine you would see in an AEP. Yes, you heard correctly. Tokyo Marui AEPs, much like in 1911, which I actually got a chance to mess with the SEMA AEP 1911, use this style of stick mag, or at least for its high-capacity magazine. And it's literally easy to do. Like I said, everything on here is polymer, but it's that good kind of polymer. It's the good Japanese kind of polymer that you know it's not going to break. And the cool part about this, you can open it up, and it's open to upgrades. But the really cool thing about it, you're hearing that, right? Their BB's still up in there. Because there is a feature of it, which I need my designated pointer for to explain. With the designated pointer, I can now explain this sort of BB reservoir they have. Inside the 1911 is actually a S-shaped device. The S-shaped device actually has 2 rubber bands on each end. When the magazine is inserted in when the magazine is inserted into the gun, the first BB goes through the entire thing, basically. Think of it like a high cap, basically. ordinarily high cap, kind of like how an AEG feeds, more or less, or bullpup feeds. Now, the way it works is that the first BB does pop through the rubber band, but because of the added spring pressure, it just feeds the entire BBs in. However, mind you, when you feed the last BB, that's it, you're not getting any more. However, there is a reservoir of 4 to 5 BBs within the gun itself, so when you go to feed another magazine, you always have that reservoir on reserve, meaning you have more BBs than you did when you put a new magazine in. It's an interesting concept, and something I really find intriguing, mechanically speaking, and it's just really cool. Now, besides Tokyo Marui's intriguing way of giving you more BBs than you actually have, how does the gun feel? Well, while it is mostly polymer, while it's all polymer and the only important bits are metal, it's really comfortable. It feels good. The faux wood grips do feel good with that checkering. Again, Tokyo Marui knows what they've been doing. They've been doing this since the 70s. So, of course, a 1911 to them is just standard fanfare by this point. But it's those little details I do love about this thing. But, you know what, I've already talked about those little details already. Let's talk about the actual priming of it. Grabbing the back of it, of course, and pulling back, you hear this nice click. Let me just... That metallic click is just so good. And the actual trigger pull of it, well, pulling back so slightly, it seems soft, but that's more or less because of the Japanese law of you have to have 300 FPS limit. And I really do wish the Japanese law would prohibit, or would at least be more leaningful and actually increase that FPS for the airsofters over there in Japan. But again, Japan's where it all started, so I get it. That's just so good, though. It's a nice, crisp, just trigger pull. It's not heavy, it's not hard, it's just crisp. It's so comfortable to pull that trigger. And the actual added metallic clacking sound of all the mechanics inside this thing just working as one, it's so good. Now for the test, of course, I won't be using the .15s provided by the, well, by Tokyo Marui themselves. Instead, I'll be using Black Ops .2s. Like all my guns, I use .2s because, again, common man's airsofter. Not a lot has changed in 100 episodes, has it? Anyway, let's take it to the chrono and actually see what we're getting out of this, shall we? Alright, we have our 1911 loaded up with Black Ops Ignite .2s, not Tokyo Marui .2s, because again, I don't have that kind of money. So, let's go ahead and see how it performs, shall we? 91 FPS. A9 FPS. 91 FPS. A9 FPS. So it's fluctuating between 91 and A9. Now I hear you guys laughing your ass off, going like, "Oh my god, that is hilarious!" Well, here's the thing. Like I said before, Japanese law doesn't exactly allow you for pretty high FPS. But Tokyo Marui has worked around that with their magical hop-up, their magical sprinkling hop-up. So, let's actually take this outside. Yeah, let's take it outside and actually see how far we're able to get with this, shall we? Here we are about 20 feet out. We have our nice little BB collector out there, and we'll see if the Tokyo Marui 1911 can reach out 20 feet. Although with the magical factory hop-up, I believe it can. Let's see, shall we? The sights are not bad. Oh boy. Yeah, no, it can reach out that way. It's hitting inside it. Okay, the wind picked up that time, and there we go. And okay, yeah, no. Just for the hell of it, let's see how far it will actually go. It will go a little bit beyond 20 feet, but depending on the wind, yeah, okay, let's get back inside, because I've seen enough. Let's get back in, guys. With everything said and done, what does this little piece of the rising sun actually get? How does it compare to Western standards in terms of airsoft? Well, when looking at it through a Western point of view, it's not that great. The range is hilariously short. It's not that great. Its FPS is below what we actually want, and it's not that great of a Springer. But when looking at it from a practical point of view and from a, well, Eastern point of view, it's actually a little nice gun. It actually is really good. It replicates what we need it to replicate. It is a fully licensed 1911. It is a beautiful handgun, and it's a great little piece to have in case your primary goes down, your backup goes down, and you just fall down to this, and your Derringer, well, then you can pop this out, fire it at close range, and just basically camp until you can be able to get your primary backup going, and you're able to get back to it. It's extremely comfortable. It's really good, but there are some things that, let's face it, aren't exactly the best. I really do wish that the hammer did actually actuate when you, well, primed the 1911. I wish that there were some other things. I wish there were a grip safety. I wish it had a full-size detachable magazine. I wish there were a lot of things that could have gone with this handgun to make it just a bit more better. But, those are just minor things over a larger, just good lord. Like, the best thing about this is that it can be upgraded. Yes, you can open this up and you can get in there and you can do God knows what to it. It has that magic Tokyo Marui hop-up that, if done better, if you can modify it a bit, it can go a little further. Here's the thing, guys. I'm stalling, yes, because it's a Tokyo Marui. I don't want to automatically hate on it, and I'm not hating on it. It's a good little handgun. Tokyo Marui makes amazing handguns. They make amazing AEGs, snipers. They make amazing fucking everything. And they are still innovating to this day. Which is why this little handgun gets no more, no less than a 9 out of 10. It is a must-own. At $30, even the common man can grab one of these bad boys up. And you know what? You should grab up one. If not, just to say, hey, I've got a Tokyo Marui in my collection. And you know what? Looking back at it now, I've come a long way. For 100 reviews, I have done a lot of guns. I have reviewed a lot of guns, from G&G to now Tokyo Marui. I have reviewed a lot of guns. And hell, you the viewers who have watched my videos, laughed with me, cried with me, all this stuff, are the very reason why I'm able to do this. Hell, it's you the viewers that is the reason why I got Tokyo Marui. Because this exact Tokyo Marui was sent in by the viewer Marcus, who is a fellow otaku and a fellow airsofter and loves what we do. Loves the sport, and especially loves what I do because he laughs his ass off at me every damn time I do an angry review. But sad to say, he lives in California, so I understand why he needs the laughter, because he's surrounded by idiots. And you know what? Thank you. Thank you to each and every single one of you who have stuck with me for 100 reviews. And here's to another 100 more. Hell, another 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000, a million! Of course, I'm getting way over my head on that million part, but definitely another 100. Anyway, thank you all for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAL, and just thank you. Each and every single one of you, thank you. Could never have done this without you. Till next time, I've been AirsoftAL, the common man's airsofter. The man who reviews bad guns so you don't buy them. Till next time.